Shalom to the elect. It's your brother Samak with another lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, so I wanted to just kind of talk about an experience I had earlier at work. Like I've said before, if you watch my videos, you know I've said I work in the healthcare field, and I do inter-facility transport, I work on an ambulance. So I was transporting a patient, and I was taking this patient from the hospital to a psych facility. And it was a Jake, right? Young man, early 30s. And my experience with dealing with psych patients, is usually one of three cases, right? You usually get one of the, alphabet community, where they were just all the way thrown off, and they tried to kill themselves type of shit, you know what I mean? I'm trying to say as much as I can without, I don't know, YouTube be on some bullshit, man, but whatever, and then you have, so that's one, and then two, you usually have like your young kids, and it could be from any form of like bullying and, behavioral psych, not necessarily like crazy psych, but behavioral. And then you have three, where you just have your actual bugged out psych patients, which, I perceive to be demons, right? Which is it's all demons, it's all spirits, right? It's all this psych shit is. People bipolar, hallucinations. But this Jake in particular was hallucinations with, and he says, and I quote, first the nurse told me, yeah, he's hearing voices, and he says that their spirit is spiritual and it's not like craziness, right? And I was like, okay. And as soon as she said that, it clicked. I was like, okay. So then after getting the report, paperwork and stuff, I went to the patient, started talking to the patient. Cool Jake, man. He's a cool guy, very positive, very friendly, you know what I mean? And, very open. So, he was just talking to me, we were talking. So the first thing, he stated, I asked him, I was like, what's going on, man? How you feeling? He said, I'm good, I'm just, dealing with the spiritual issues, man. And I was, and I found it intriguing. So, first thing I hit him with was, I said, hey, well, I said, we all got our spiritual battles, man. The scriptures say, I said, I don't know if you believe in the Bible, but scriptures say, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual, and that we fight against spiritual wickedness in high places. And it immediately clicked to the Jake, because that's why he considered these battles spiritual, and not just like he was hearing voices and shit, because he himself was, a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So, while we're en route to the destination, we had like a 40-minute drive. Jake was talking to me, telling me a little bit about his life and his backstory. But the whole time we were, you can definitely tell that Jake was bugged out, though. He didn't look like he was bugged out. He was like a very, pretty well put together Jake, young man. You look youthful, had a beard and all that. But when he talks, he, in between his speech, every few words or so, he would make this weird, like, yawning type of, it's hard to explain. It was like a yawn and like a cry at the same time, but it's hard to explain. It looked like some shit out of like a scary movie. Like, it was also, you know what I mean? It was also like type of shit, man. You know what I mean? So, I'm in the back, I had to throw a prayer up, because it was definitely, you could definitely tell it was a legion of demons, man, that was possessing this man. I had to protect myself spiritually. So, I had to send up a prayer, you know what I mean? And then, long story short, we talking, and, I'm letting him talk about his things and the issues he was dealing with. And, he's bringing out scriptures. He's actually bringing out scriptures. And, I'm feeding off of him. And then I eventually started to hit him with the names, boom. And the moment I started talking about the truth, and I brought the names up, and I started telling him about the Israelites and this and that. You could tell the demons started to get a little frustrated because that little screeching shit that I just said, it increased. And his countenance went from being like more cheerful and joyful to kind of like distressed a little bit. And it's like you can see the change in emotion. Now, I can tell it wasn't him because it was like a personality shift. The brother was real cheerful, real, very positive. He had a smile on his face the whole time, but the moment I said the names, I said, yo, you ever heard the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai? It was like instant. The smile went away. And it was like, he said, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai? Oh, it was a complete personality change, man. And it just went down from there. I started telling him about the Israelites and, the nature of the Most High and, the history a little bit. I kept the milk. And bro, the brother, his countenance just completely changed, man. You could tell the demons was distressed. But because I threw up, I think because I threw up that prayer, and the whole time when he started talking, and I noticed like his that little screeching shit would increase a lot. I would just say, hey, I rebuke thee in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And it kind of like kept the demon at bay, because I've been in situations where I've had patients lash out. You know what I mean? Lash out, like psych patients. And I don't do too many psychs, but I've done at least a dozen or so in the last year. And I've seen some people, man, demons lashing out, man, screaming. I've been to some of these psych facilities, like damn near asylums, man. I went to this one that was a church. It was not church, sorry. It was an abandoned prison. And right next door to it was an asylum. And it was like in its own campus. So you had to go like maybe like a half a mile or so down through like this open field, and it was like an abandoned prison, and it was all open and exposed and breaking down. It was crazy, bro. You hear people screaming and shit. Yo, I've been in some places, man, so I know what it's like to see demons, man. When the scriptures say that some of these only come out by prayer and fasting, bro, I've seen them. When scriptures say that Yahweh Shai would go and he would see, some people or kids that were vexed, as the scriptures say, vexed with demons. I've seen them firsthand. I mean, obviously we all see them like on, you out in the highways and hedges, or you're in the chief place of concourse. I live in a major inner city, which is Philadelphia, and downtown Philly. Not even just downtown, but downtown in particular, it's like a hub for homeless. And even the field I work in, when I'm at those hospitals downtown in Center City, Philly, or in Kensington, which is in North Philly, the Kensington section, you see nothing but addicts, homeless people, junkies, and just people who are bugged out of their mind that should not be on the street, man. But when you actually have to be in a closed, confined place with a psych person who's talking about that they're seeing voices and they're seeing demons and they're hearing voices telling them to kill themselves or to kill other people, yo, man, if you're not spiritually strong enough, it can be a little spooky sometimes, man. And that's why, like, even in my field, a lot of these, like, these female paramedics and EMTs, man, they don't want to deal with some of these calls, man. They don't want to deal with some of these calls. Some people get attacked. It's crazy. But I just wanted to kind of like bring that that little testimony out, just to to tell you, brothers and sisters, that, man, these demons are real. And I had to hit the brother with, like, listen, I said, whatever you going through, and you could tell the brother was he wanted to be better, man. He wanted these demons off of him. He even said that he fasted. He did a water fast for 13 days, man. That's what he said. That's what he said. said 13 days and 20 minutes, man. I said, that's heavy, man. And because I brought the scripture out where it said some demons only come out with prayer and fasting. He said he did, but you know, he even said like, yeah, sometimes I question God. I try not to. Like, why am I going through this shit, man? And it's fucked up, man. That Jake going through this shit, bro. Because the brother had a zeal for the Most High, you know. But the first thing I thought of when he was bringing out scriptures was, you know, Satan knows the scriptures too, bro. So you got to stay vigilant out here, man. You got to stay on your course because, man, at any given time, you know, you can be like that Jake, bug the fuck out, man. And we've seen it. We've seen brothers that were in sound doctrine just completely go off the rails and start believing in other shit, man. And I know somebody personally that was, you know, a normal dude. He learned the truth and it completely bugged him out. Or I'm not going to say the truth bugged him out. He got completely bugged out because the scripture said when you come to know the truth, you make it yourself a prey. And because he wasn't grounded, right? He was a seed that fell into thorns, right? The parable of the seeds. You know, you go back and read that. He was one of those seeds that fell into thorns, right? It's like he fell into soil, yeah. And, you know, he endured for a little bit. Like he got a little knowledge, you know, he started to you know, plant himself a little bit and grow, but he was on them thorns, man. He got choked up in them thorns to where he lost his life. Not really, but spiritually, he died, man. You know, he started to fucking bug out, bro, like, and completely bug out, bro. Like, and I mean, like, I don't just mean bug out by like doctrine. I mean, the man literally lost his mind and, you know, started getting face tattoos and laughing, recording himself in public and posting it and just, you know what I mean, talking to himself in public and out loud and laughing and giggling. Like, bro, bug the fuck out, man. So, hey, endure. All right, pray without ceasing, man. You know, put on that spiritual armor every single day. All right, Ephesians 6, you know, stand boldly, you know, and hey, bro, and Lord willing, the Most High bless you, brothers and sisters, that's sincere in the truth. Until next time, shalom.